Versus African Village Life. Kokumama brutal review. The question is, what is about this brutal review? Somebody humiliated? It could be so, and that's the reasons why the title speaks about the brutal review. Today, we just want to be honest and want to ask ourselves the question, why was the rant? And what's the new drama in town happening between JTPodcast and African Village Life, Moso, Lynette KE, and Chalkush? Because there is some secret plot that's being designed behind the scene. But I don't call it secret because they've come and verbal verbosity arrogantly exhibited it in full glare of camera. And this is the video that we really want to watch. Through this snippet, then I will come and give you blow-to-blow account of everything, of the secret of behind the scene or underneath true information going forward. So let's dive in.
Don't worry about that. It will be handled when the right time comes, and it's not that longer. Very soon, pretty soon, you might be surprised. We're gonna take you with the surprise. And so go tell AVL bosses Lynette and Charlo that they can run, but they won't hide. Just like they told me on that lawyer letter, you can run, but you won't hide.
In as much as that's the kind of stuff I do here, I'm also me. So when you see me in a country and you're expecting me to leave everything that I'm doing and go and do this and do that and buy makeup and start complain about the leaking roof, I didn't do anything. Help me out. You can help rather than complaining. You understand? You can do something even from your end rather than saying that, oh, CoCoMama, you just came and you just made noise, you are selfish, you are using these people and you are not doing what you're supposed. I thought you are the real one, but you are not. I am so disappointed. In fact, I'm unsubscribing from your channel.
Just got seated once to a high pedestal. CoCoMama faces a brutal and honest reality when it was being addressed by the subscribers, and most of the subscribers have seen the sense and started threatening to deplatform her. That's the reasons of the verbal verbosity and the verbal attack issued by CoCoMama. JTPodcast has decided to weigh in with a lot of controversy involving between them and African Village Life. And what's happened really? And why is everyone talking about it? Because this is the story that's trending. For quite substantial time, preceding to 2 months, people are asking themselves the question, why is Clariss African channel not yet monetized? These are the issues and the myths surrounding it. It's bringing controversial issues and even pitting subscribers against the team chaos. These people, the main mandate that they ought to have gone to do in Mombasa was to rescue. But they went to rescue themselves while transporting chaos despotically to the Clariss family, dismantling it big time. Up to now, you cannot tell me the channel is not yet monetized. They were gallivanting now doing their own things, and Clariss have decided to embrace the drama, dragging Clariss channel never to be monetized. YouTube can't monetize such kind of dramatic, full with rage bait. Those are the issues that are affecting this kind of a channel, guys. The question is, what shall be the end look like? What is the end game? Or what is the objective that the team chaos wants to achieve here? Settling scores. Yours truly, if you ask me, acutely I will tell you, what they want to achieve with this is the shenanigan muscles. It's the views, because at one moment we were treated with certain kind of arrogance, exuberance from these people that say they don't care to the person they're reacting to. All that cares is they can get money and revenue from such kind of stupid reaction. That's what really matters, money. Therefore, that one also would be extended to Clariss and James, that they matter no more. What matters is the money they get from getting close proximity, coming to Vipingo, and using Clariss as the content-wise. Imagine, for 2 months, using Clariss Their channels are monetized, getting money using Clariss. Clariss has got no even dime. No money. Then you want to tell us, let's keep cool. I told you a long time ago, these people, they've mastered the art of deception. They've mastered the art of minting money from you. There is no even bone to lick. In the name of rescuing, then they are transporting chaos. That is their mandate. Kokumama was addressed. People threatened to unsubscribe. And Kokumama became so wild and started also to verbal attack specific subscribers who call her to account. The reasons why is Kokumama getting vexed when you are held into accountable. Yet you are so quick demanding accountability from African Village Life. Then you, when accountability is demanded from you, you turn 360 degrees. Nobody sent you to Vipingo. You took upon yourself and decided to tell people that you came to rescue Charlie, Clariss and James. What happened now when you're being held accountable on things that you said by your own mouth? Then you turn so vile. Guys, these are the things that we must also unravel them at the progression stages in this video in depth. But before we do that, if you're coming across this video and watching this channel for the very first time, kindly take a second or two, subscribe to my YouTube channel, click up the notification bell so that any moment I upload a video, YouTube channel notify you instantly. To my lost subscriber, may God bless you. I'm going to see you later. Insert away after the break.
Not a negative fellow who punches below, but a positive chap who balances his show. When there's confusion on top the mountains, he waits decisions, dissects for simple brains. Whistleblowers who wish to bring trouble, who plan to make. Zack exposes nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Zack Senior, he analyzes and breaks it down. Senior, he's an objective man. Senior, reactor, very positive, defender of truth, he's quite protective. Senior, he analyzes and breaks it down. Senior, he's an objective man. Senior, reactor, very positive.
Good morning and welcome back to YouTube Chit Chat. My name is Sinazak and this is my YouTube channel. So the stuff insert away lest you forget. Guys, remember I told you the people who went to Vipingo in the name of team rescue, yet they transported chaos. That's why sometimes I call them reprobates. But now, because of the chaos involved in it and drama that is so unfounded, allow me to call them or regard them as despots, because that is what they thrive in. Then they turn around. You know, they use you, they turn around against you and abuse you. You use me, then you turn around against me. Tell me, how did I stray? See you. If you can remember that song. The problem with these people, they don't see themselves after committing fraud to add fraud. That's why sometimes I want to tell them, these people are so foolish. They're ignorantly foolish. They come even to speak fraud in the place value and in full glare of camera. I want to tell you that if you want to know the dons, the dimwit, people who cannot think, people who does not have a foresight, people who cannot decipher information, people who don't know whatever they're doing in this YouTube street, then they say themselves and committing fraud. Am I wrong if I say the Clariss channel and Google account is as fraud and a sin of crime? No wonder this channel has taken long time for it to be verified, for it to be monetized. I told you, they will come here, speak in a flowery language. They will come here, issue statement after statement, threatens, blackmail, yet they don't know whatever they are doing. I want you to listen to JT's podcast video. Then I want to give you blow to blow and merits and demerits of their action and the mistakes that these people did. No wonder Clariss channel is taking long to be monetized.
Took pictures of
Let's dive in.
to open a channel that Clariss has no access to right now to verify this Clariss new channel. No. So don't worry about that. That is not the same identity card that was used to verify this new channel. So about that, don't worry. This one has never, okay? And Clariss knows that better. Her and James, they know that better. So worry not about that. But we cannot let that person walk free with that, because that is a criminal act. You cannot take someone's identity card and take pictures and do whatever you want to do with. And those others who are opening channel on her name, you understand how that goes. So I don't want to talk too much about that, but you know they are going to be handled accordingly. You feel me? Yeah. So another one is what is going to happen to the videos of Clariss and James that are on African Village Life channel, AVL. So are you guys going to let them slide like that? Are you going to let them keep making money from that? I understand there's a very good concern. And I think that is, I think that will require some good legal procedure. Those videos that are still on AVL channel, don't worry about that. It will be handled when the right time comes. And it's not that longer, very soon, pretty soon. You might be surprised. We're going to take you with the surprise. And so go tell AVL bosses, Lynette and Charlo, that they can run, but they won't hide, just like they told me on that lawyer
The
letter.
same time I was watching that video, I watched it in dismay. And up to the point JT Podcast came and mentioned that they never used Clariss ID because somebody had taken Clariss's ID. They used someone's identification to verify Google account and verify YouTube, which is a bad idea. And it's identity fraud and identity theft. Up to that moment, I told you these people are desperate. These people, there's nothing that they know. The only thing, they thrive in drama. That's why their YouTube channels flock with views, because people love dramatic things. Negatively so, because it sells. That's why people flock there. But there's nothing useful or constructive they're saying. Come to think of it. So these are the people who refer themselves to be an expert, to go and rescue Clariss. Yet they do things that even if you think of it and ask yourself a question, you wonder, why? It's a simple search. I want to tell you that what they did to Clariss channel is fraud. And Clariss channel stands to be a fraud case and a sin of crime that I don't think if that channel would be monetized. The reasons why I'm telling you this is just by a fact. You understood? Simple. Using someone else's ID to verify your Google account is considered identity fraud plus impersonation. Simple. That's by Google. What really happened? There are various things that can happen. One, immediate risk with Google. One, account suspension or permanent ban. Google will disable the account once it detects the ID doesn't match your name, face, or other account information. How will this be done? Remember, there are countless number of channels in the YouTube stream. Also, Clariss videos are also in AVL. The name is Clariss. The Google as known identity of Clariss, they will match any name change plus any other kind of ID. Complete ban. Unrestricted. No wonder the channel itself has taken long to be monetized. Fraud. And these are the people who calling themselves to be expert. Number two, verification failure. The channel is at one stage, verification. 2 weeks have gone. Now they are into 3 weeks, headed to 1 month. Google often does liveness checks, plus name, date of birth, matching. If it doesn't match, verification gets rejected. These are the things that might happen to Clariss channel because the Clariss identity was never used. They are committing a fraud in Google setup using someone's identity to verify their YouTube account and Google things. Number three, loss of access. You lose Gmail, YouTube channel, Google ads, Google business, profile, Drive, etc. tied to that account completely. If you are monetized and they come to undetect, they will remove ads from your channel. So these are the information that these people this minion, this despotic people couldn't really understand. This despotic quadruple couldn't really understand. No wonder the channel can never be monetized. Number two, there is a legal risk. Using another person's identification document without permission is illegal in most of the countries, including Kenya. And in that kind of a Google platform, it can be treated as identity fraud or forgery. This can lead to fines, police reports, and in serious cases, criminal charges, especially if it is used for financial services, ads, and business verification, which means you are receiving money from the Google platform using somebody else's ID. That's with the false pretense. You personified. You risk being sued. Number three, risk for the persons whose ID is used. If the ID gets flagged in Google system, that person's risk. Which means the person whose ID is being used will be banned completely, will never even open a Google. So the person who gives the ID to be used is the biggest problem. They could have issues verifying their own accounts later. You cannot, because your ID has already been used with other people. If the account is used for scams or spams, they could be linked to it. The person you'll be looked for. You know? Bottom line is, don't use someone else's ID. You likely lose the account anyway. And it puts both of you and that person at the legal risk. Another question. What happens if someone's use one's ID to verify YouTube? Because this one, it's our interest, because we are talking about of the YouTube. One, verification will likely fail. I've explained to it. YouTube plus Google now does name matching. It will fail. Account suspension and termination completely, which means if this account is suspended and terminated, Clariss will never open channel at all cost, because the name and everything is a fraud committed. The channel plus all videos, YouTube will scan. Monetization eligibility want. Comments, playlists, YouTube studio access, nothing. Any links, AdSense payment will be suspended. I've explained the issues of legal an issue, because this one, it violates Google terms and services and is considered identity fraud that can also cause problems for the person whose ID is borrowed. So let me tell you, these are the guys who went to Vipingo just thumping to know what they're doing, yet they've just decided to dip Clariss and James into more problems and squabbles. That's why sometimes I look at them, the way they speak in this YouTube street, just thumping, gesturing. Then again, you come and listen to them, yapping. They have got no the wherewithal. They cannot even decipher any terms of a legal manner. That's why when a cease and desist letter sent to them, instead of complying, these people issue threats, they blackmail. They don't know the repercussion of what they're just doing. Just because the people who sends you these things sometimes might be very feeble. Then sometimes they can see that we are friends, we are brothers and sisters. But one day you'll meet one person who will act to your threat, who will act to your blackmail, and stood up to it. Then things will happen. Don't you understand? So JT, Jihan, Kokumama, Masubo have committed fraud, identity theft, and identity fraud in Vipingo using Clariss channel. So Clariss channel, as it stands now, is a channel that can never be monetized. It's a channel that will be banned completely. Will never be. Consider the fact that there is a person who came and called Clariss and took Clariss ID both sides and registered a channel. That alone has also wiped Clariss off out of this internet, because the channel was registered with the Clariss ID. Therefore, what will happen? Clariss will never open any other kind of channel. If it opens the channel, it will never be monetized or linked to any other kind of AdSense. Will be terminated forthwith. That's why sometimes, if you bite the hands that really feed you, such things can happen. And if you do such kind of things, you don't come and appear in the full glare of camera and you tell people your secret. Because now, people will be gathering, start reporting Clariss channel to be identity fraud theft. And Google will start to investigate. You see the issues. These people cannot think. On the other end, you see, JTPodcast is now threatening that they are going to work and get a legal assistance so that the Clariss videos in AVL must be removed. My friend, I want to tell you, whether you find a lawyer from where, whether you find anywhere from where, you'll never remove those photos because these people had an agreement. It was not a partnership. Clariss was employed and he did what he was employed to do. And Clariss was compensated through building house, and everything that was done in that home is visible and is well documented. Nothing, that case is going nowhere. The video will never be removed. You are chasing a hot hair unless you want to commit a fraud again so that people can decide to send you legal fees so that you eat. We know how you people work. Guys, I want clearly to get your thought on that. You can pen your thought at the comment sections going down. Guys, on the other hand, Kokumama was brutally lectured, and Kokumama came in verbal attack to people who are subscribers who threatened to unsubscribe from her. And Kokumama talked a lot of rubbish and attacking these people. The question is, why is Kokumama crying? Perhaps I want us to listen to this video keenly.
As much as that's the kind of stuff I do here, I'm also me. So when you see me in a country and you're expecting me to leave everything that I'm doing and go and do this and do that and buy makeup and start I complained about the leaking roof, I didn't do anything. Help me out. You can help rather than complaining. You understand? You can do something even from your end rather than saying that, oh, KoKoMama, you just came and you just made noise, you are selfish, you are using these people and you are not doing what you're supposed. I thought you are the real one, but you are not.
It is real, you know. The subscribers have decided to see the truth that we are preaching in this YouTube street. Why is Kokumama complaining? But yet, when by the time you travel to Kenya, you see that is the only one thing that brought you to Kenya is the Clariss issues that you come to rescue and salvage Clariss. Open the channel, get it monetized. You people even did party and celebrated the child is monetized. There's nothing. You even complained that the roof is leaking, thinking that you are going to change the roof. Kumbe, there's nothing that you people did. The roof is still leaking, right? Substantially, there was no roof that is leaking. These are the things that's hyperbole. That's why they never decided to change it. The reasons being, you came and made a lot of noise. Why didn't you change even the roof that was leaking? So what brought you to that home? What brought you to that home is to transport your toto, awaiting the Nyabohanze Bola. That's what you transport to that home. You went to profile Vipingo and do all other, selling bearded meats left and right, meeting the majestic. That's what you transferred to Nyabohanze, making a lot of noise. So of what help were you to Clariss? Of what help are you to James and Clariss in that home? Are you people driving Lilith Chalukush away who have helped Clariss since you can count a lot of infrastructure in that home, courtesy of AVL, Chalukush and Lynette? You, the only help you went there to do is to get your benefit, make a lot of money. Well, Clariss and James has not even earned a dime. Now 2 months straight, no money. What is happening now? Channel can never be monetized just because of you people. You've taken the Clariss identity and extended it to someone's identity. And it is basically, Clariss cannot even have an access to that channel. If you cannot help those things that you people talked about, then yapping, you lose focus, because what brought you to Kenya was to help Clariss. You never. You decided to went to Bungoma where you were doing your atrocity. Therefore, the people who are asking you are just asking you the same, that you derailed from what brought you to Kenya. You decided doing other things. Therefore, you cannot explain. You cannot complain, because that's what you told us you can do. Let's continue.
I am so disappointed. In fact, I'm unsubscribing from your channel. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay to believe in someone, and then tomorrow you see something that puts you off and you be like, you know what? It's okay. I can feel the same way as well. You understand? We are human, but rather than complaining, do something from
threatening to unsubscribe from the channel. And Kokumama have become so vile, and even tell them, if you want to unsubscribe, you can go. The reason to that is like people have started seeing the drama and the chaos in it. That these people, their main selfish action was to go and mint the subscription. There's nothing into it. There's nothing into it. Guys, it never stopped from there. The claim went ahead. And let's watch and listen to the second video going forward.
Like, buy makeup for our girl Clariss. You're telling me to buy makeup for Clariss, and you forgot that Kokumama herself doesn't wear makeup. Coming to Kenya, I never put even one single foundation on my skin, because I noticed that all these chemicals will make me, even in my 90s, I'm still breaking out like a teenager. I noticed that some of these chemicals is not good on my skin. In particular, I react to it in a very bad way. So I'm not even into makeup myself. I don't even know how to do makeup. You see me doing still damn video.
You know, somebody who cannot even afford the makeup. No, that she cannot afford. She can. The problem is, that was not the thing that really brought her. What really brought her was never to help Clariss. It was to help Clariss in court. But she came into Kenya to help Masubo. Buy Masubo car and bought Masubo's land. And her taught to be worked with using Masubo's bola. That is what she came to do in Kenya. So if you're telling her anything, I think this subscriber would have told her to buy Masubo's makeup. She would really bought it very fastly. The same way the car was bought and the land was bought. So she came into Kenya to take care of Masubo, and Masubo take care of her Toto. That was the agreement. So in pretext to be rescuing Clariss and James, nothing further than the truth. That's hogwash. You know? If you cannot help Clariss in his content creation, because Clariss needs makeup when she does the content, but you cannot provide. So what brought you that home? There's completely nothing you provided in that home. You sat in the house that was built by Lynette, everything, infrastructure, everywhere. You went and started creating chaos, making views, then left Clariss and James into chaos, and their families are divided. Do you see what I'm saying? The greatest problem is people, they've taken the advantage of the ignorance of Clariss and James, because they don't see. One day, they will call us and we will tell them the truth. The same way we are exuding the truth here is the same thing. Imagine, you cannot afford. If you can brag with the goat that you took there, the goat you never gifted Clariss, the goat you gifted yourself. You bought a goat, you went and slaughtered and you partake it. Just like buying food, getting into Airbnb, you cook and you eat with a lot of people. You've not helped those people, you've helped yourself. So the goat was to help you with the Masubo and JT podcast. You ate it. There's nobody you fed. So long as you partook that kind of a meal, the meal helped you, then it could help the villagers. You don't partake a gift that you've given somebody. You sat there willingly and eating squarely. Guys, a lot of drama is at the next video. Perhaps let's watch it here.
I am not gonna lie to you guys. Definitely, I'm not happy the way things are going when it comes to this girl's monetization. I am not happy that what happened. Someone even said that I lied, that the channel was monetized. Didn't you see ads in the beginning, few days after she hit 4,000 watch hours and more than 1,000 subscribers? Didn't you see that there was adverts playing on their channels? Didn't you notice that there was adverts on her channel initially? Yes. So what does that tell you? That it was monetized. But now, after that, you have to go through the process. Sometimes they remove ads until you complete it. It all depends.
You know, these people are all stupid. They think majority of people watching them are stupid, but I can agree that the followers and the audience that really following them are so gullible. They don't know the facts. YouTube nowadays can decide to play ads in your video, whether you're monetized or not monetized, because you're using their platform. So they have got, or they also manage to make money. They can decide to run ads. But if they see you've committed a fraud identity, and in negation to YouTube guiding principles, therefore they withdraw those ads. That is what had happened. But you know, that is not monetization, because monetization, you must receive email from the Google itself that you've been approved to join the YouTube partnership program. Therefore, you are eligible to earn money through the Google and AdSense. That one was not. As a YouTuber, she ought to have known. But these people, because they committed atrocity and theft and fraud, that thing can never be happening. These people have just messed that channel. And the channel is messed big time. There's nothing. They will do it. Guys, I hope you will share this video. You will watch this video massively. Click at the notification bell. Like this video so that it reach the largest demographic, so that the message should sink and reach majority of people, because this is the identity fraud, identity theft that the team Chaos have transported to that village. This is explicit truth, and I've told you something that I've researched it well, and these things based on the reaction and analysis of the videos that really came from the team Chaos themselves. It's not my own creation, but it's a well-researched topic that I've decided to venture in. Guys, let me know what you think at the comment section. Until next time, this is your boy Simi.